What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Well, today it is a very gloomy day here in the state of Pennsylvania, and we are just we're just kind of driving on over to Harrisburg right now to make our delivery. And I bought something new for the truck, not really truck related, but got a air fryer for the truck. So very low wattage, cheaper air fryer. And I'm gonna cook up some salmon, actually some bacon wrapped salmon later today for dinner. And I'll show you how I do it. I made it at home. I wanted to see how, I've never used an air fryer before. Wanted to see how it would work. And I made some salmon at home with it, and it turned out absolutely perfect. So I'm anxious to make that for dinner tonight. I just stopped here at a Rutter's to take my 30-minute break. We're just north of State College on I-99, heading down to 322. We will catch back up with you guys here in a little while. Probably the cleanest I've seen this truck in a while. Now let's go ahead and get this trailer dropped. Alright. Just doing some paperwork and getting this all situated. So we're good to go. Putting my fuel receipt with my bill of lading so that we can turn it in later. I spent at the pump $1,127 on fuel today, but with my discount, not using Mudflat, but just using our ComData discount, I only paid about $830. The pump price was $505, and the discount was $389. So not bad for Ohio. Saved a good $300. That's pretty much what I've been averaging. I've been averaging like $300 savings on every fill up I've been doing lately. So can't beat that. You can't beat that with a stick. Always do a checklist in your head. Dolly down, check. Airline disconnected, check. Fifth wheel pulled, check. Alright, let's go. Alright. Right over there is our trailer. Alright, so we have exactly 104 totes on this trailer, which is exactly half of a trailer load. So let's go. I need my seal. Alright, now I just gotta go ahead and put in my information from this trailer. Like I said, 104 totes. Exactly half a trailer load. Alright, let's see. Trailer 53210. I already forgot it. That's right. Alrighty, alright. Good. Yeah, I guess I got a purge valve going out, sounds like. That's why it's like bleeding air, I'm gonna guess anyway. Well, that's why it's bleeding air for a little bit before it purges. Oh well, we'll get her taken care of soon. Right, now it's on to the truck stop. Where I'll make that salmon. Oh yeah. All right. Safety first. Coffee second. Or coffee first. I like coffee first more, safety second. I mean, how safe are you if you're drowsy? But this kind of falls under the same purview. Don't let anybody tell you different. Oh, here's another one of our trailers already unloaded. Dang, they are on the ball. Ever since that ice storm that we had and we got kind of backed up, they've had multiple trailers ready. Cool. Alright, well, Rob will be able to grab one tomorrow. Alright, let's get rolling. bought some pea. I bought some green tea. Looks like pea though, doesn't it? That's kind of deceiving. But anyways, I gotta have my green tea. So just a really bad joke. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go start the air fryer. Not really sure how we're gonna do it. I mean, I know how we're gonna do it, but the cord on it is really short, and I don't want to use an extension cord. I want it to be plugged directly into one of my inverters. And I've got two 2500 watt inverters in this truck. And you know, it's a 1000 watt air fryer, and it's I don't know what the peak is. I'm going to assume peak power is around 1800, somewhere around there. But it's going to take about 20 minutes to cook the fish. So it's going to be on for 20 minutes. And so because of that, I'm going to leave the truck idle, bumped up to about 1000 RPM. I feel like that just gives a better chance to keep everything charged than the APU would. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe the APU would be just fine. But typically I don't use the APU for more than the microwave, and the microwave I don't run for more than 5 minutes at a time. You know, so this will be ran for 4 times as long, and it's a higher wattage. So I figured we'd just go ahead and play it safe. Let's go ahead and try to get it hooked up and get some fish going. And we're going to wrap the bacon on it. First off, let's remove our shoes. I don't want to get these shoes back here all dirty. Well, I don't want to get the carpet dirty because of my dirty shoes and how wet they are. I've been trying to keep this truck pretty clean. That darn little plate right there is a pain to keep clean. Anyway, let's get back here. Alright, so here we got the bacon started. Waiting for the fish. I'm just using 2 pieces of bacon. I used 1 piece when I tried it at home and didn't quite wrap the whole piece of fish. So 2 should suffice just fine. So let's go ahead and get the fish on there. And what you're going to want to do with the fish before you wrap it is coat it with a little bit of Creole. Put a little bit on both sides. Rub her in there nice and gentle like. Same thing to the other side. I want to try some of that. You guys ever see on TikTok that Dano's seasoning? I want to try that sometime. The guy sells it pretty good. It looks pretty tasty. Now we'll just start wrapping. I'm not a very good wrapper. Never have been a good wrapper for presents or anything, so this does not, this is no exception. I should probably have a toothpick or something, but I don't. Okay. I also want to go ahead and line the bottom of the air fryer with some tin foil for easy cleanup. Let me shed a little more light on this little guy here. But yep, here is my little cup, whatever you want to call it, that the fish is going to go into. And there we have it, right in there. So I guess all we can do now is, yeah, I like my headlight. Not enough light in here. So all we got to do now is throw it in there and see how she does. Alright, got her set up here on this little tray table. I was able to plug it directly into the inverter in that closet. So we should have the best shot possible. Throw this in there. Oh, that looks good. Already set at the right temperature. And we're just going to go ahead and put it in there for 20 minutes. We'll see how that works. I'm a little nervous to have something this many watts running for this long in the truck, but we'll see how it works. Alright, so it's cooking back there. So far so good. I guess it's kind of good that every now and again the heat shuts off on it, kind of like in an oven, so it kind of relieves the continuous stress on the electrical system. So, but yeah, anyways, I also made these. I didn't really make them obviously, they're Clausen, but I put some garlic powder, some of the Creole, and some what made it red is I put some sriracha in here as well. Mixed it all up, gave them a nice little kick. You don't really taste it though so much, it's just kind of spicier. Now it is, you do taste the sriracha if you actually, I was using that fan as an exhaust fan because it was starting to smell like fish in here. Anyway, you don't really taste it unless you drink the juice. But it's pretty good. Spicy a little bit, not too bad, but I like it. So anyway, about the truck, you know, I thought the injectors were bad, right? Turns out they weren't. It was sucking in air. I had a really bad leak on my air valve, or not my air valve, on my splitter valve between the two fuel tanks. And I noticed for a couple months, I noticed a little drip kind of right behind the Y pipe on the exhaust. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, well, there's no coolant back there, there's no oil. I didn't even think about diesel, you know, but I'm like, there's nothing like that back there to leak. So maybe it's just a coincidence that when I see it, it was already there. I don't know. But then one day after that snowstorm we had, it was parked in the snow, right? And I went to the truck to start my week, looked under it, and I'll put the picture of it up here. You could actually see the diesel in the snow. You could see the color and everything. So I'm like, aha, that's what it was. Aha. It was diesel fuel. I was trying to sound like that old white guy that Eddie Murphy played in that barber room in Coming to America. Aha! Aha! But anyway, so that's all it was. It was a really bad leaking valve, and of course that contributed to poorer than usual fuel mileage on this truck even. So that's all that was. We just went ahead and replaced that valve. It's been running better, and it's been using less fuel. Go figure. Fix a fuel leak and it uses less fuel. That's surprising. And then also I had like a driveline vibration that I thought was a bad pilot bearing. I thought, because it sounded exactly like a wheel bearing, but it was in the driveline. And I'm thinking to myself, ah, crap, you know, got to pull the transmission, put a new clutch in it, may as well. You know, but it just had that kind of growl to it, like a bearing noise. And I called the shop about it, and I told them the symptoms, and like, well, when's it doing it? And I said, you know, mostly going downhill if I leave it in gear, but I let up off the accelerator and it just coasts. That's when it does it the most, is downhill coasting. And they said, well, that sounds like a driveline vibration. And I'm like, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Because whenever I would hit a suspension or a bump that caused the suspension to compress, it would get worse momentarily as the suspension compressed. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. And it only did it when I had a loaded trailer. Got nervous about that thing. It only did it when I had a loaded trailer. So, yeah, took it to the shop, It was an inch and a quarter low. The suspension sat an inch and a quarter too low. So they just readjusted the leveling valve. Hasn't done it since. Been driving beautifully. They did the valve, the splitter valve at the same time. That's what I like about Keith's too, man. I really can't say enough good things about Keith's. You know, they were super busy because, you know, they also have their own fleet of trucks that they maintain. Granted, they're all owner-operator trucks, but they're trucks, you know. So, of course, the drivers of those trucks use them for service. And it was holiday break, you know, Christmas and New Year's. You know, that's when a lot of drivers take off. So they were packed full of trucks. And they, you know, they told me that it'd be kind of difficult to get to me, but they said bring it up on the 23rd, or I'm sorry, the 28th. Yeah, I think 28th. Yeah, the 28th. They said bring it up on the 28th and see what it is. So I did. Brought it up there on the 28th. They put me right into the bay at like 9 o'clock in the morning. They pulled a truck out of the bay, put me in the bay, and started diagnosing it right away. And they even did a cylinder cutout, injector cutout test on the computer, and they brought it all the way down to like one per cylinder, you know, or to one cylinder for the cylinder 1 and cylinder 6. But of course they cut out the other ones as well to see if there was a difference, and there was. So obviously the injectors were working fine, but it was kind of cool when they brought it down to one cylinder, and you could just, you know, obviously they didn't leave it there long, but it's amazing how the engine will run off of one cylinder. But you know, so it was, you know, they were all hitting like they were supposed to, and you know, and I told them about that valve. They were like, oh, that could definitely contribute to a misfire, you know, sucking in that air. Yeah, replaced that valve, re-leveled the leveling valve on the suspension, and we're good. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Super pumped with how Keith's you know, works with their customers, so we got it taken care of. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish cooking this fish. It's got a nice little kick to it, but not too bad. All right, let's get to what all this cooking's about. Oh yeah, that looks good. Right there it is. See how flaky it looks. I'd say it looks pretty decent. It's not too shabby right there. Oh yeah. That was fantastic. And this is a very healthy meal. I mean, I know some people will complain about the bacon, but it's a pretty healthy fat. I only use 2 pieces of bacon. Of course, the fish is a very healthy fat, but yeah, it's very healthy for you, taking it from a guy my size, right? But this is a great way for me to get a lot healthier in the truck. Anybody else out there too, get this air fryer, guys. This air fryer. I was gonna fry the fish up, and I gotta shut my truck off now. Anyways, I was gonna fry my fish up on my butane stove. I was gonna fry it up in a pan. It would have been fine still, but this air fryer right here, if you're afraid to have butane canisters in your truck for whatever reason, $20. This air fryer was $20. I wasn't even really gonna get one, but we were just kind of out shopping yesterday, and I saw this on the shelf, $20. Got it. I actually got it at Big Lots. believe it or not. Got it at Big Lots for 20 bucks. They had a bunch of them. And this is apparently it's a great size for the truck. It didn't overpower anything. At least on this round, I didn't blow any fuses or anything like that. So, seemed to work just fine. Fantastic way to be healthy in here, guys. Air fryer. And if you look up recipes online, the recipes in an air fryer are just endless. And this air fryer right here, I mean, it's just the perfect size for a single serving for, you know, a single person in their truck. Nothing fancy. A timer. You set the temperature up here. Bada bing, bada boom. You got yourself some delicious bacon wrapped salmon. Can't beat it. The salmon's a little bit pricey. It's like 20 bucks a bag. But it's not that bad. It's really not that. It's not that bad when you think about it. I'm only using one piece of salmon. So I'll get 6 meals out of that. And it's very easy to come out here and spend 15 bucks at Burger King these days for one meal, for one person. Not adding anything to it, not making it supersized, none of that stuff. It's just super easy to spend $15 now at a fast food restaurant. Subway subs are ridiculously expensive these days. You're talking, you know, $11 on the average for a Subway sub. And hell, I saw a Bacon Ranch chicken sub at a Pilot. It was $15 without adding double meat or anything. It was $15. I'm like, I walked out. I'm like, this is, no, absolutely not. But anyways, great way to cook healthy in here. I'm going to get more on board with using this thing now that I know how to use it and now that I have it. But with that said, guys, I'm going to go and jump off here and enjoy my dinner and kick back and relax. And we will see you guys all in the next video. I hope this is of use and helpful to some people out there. Like I said, $20 for this. We'll see how long it lasts. I guess I'll just have to say that. But so far I've used it twice. Once at home, once in the truck. But you guys all have a good one out there. Keep surviving to thrive. And we'll catch you guys all in the next video. Take care.